Good morning. This is Meditation Reflections and another glorious day. Yeah, a bit cloudy, no wind. I was able to have a fire this morning because I have to wait for a windless day to have a fire. So we can get rid of some of our burnable trash. We never burn anything that would
Wood ash being used in the garden.
Yep. And so anyway, here we are.
Mm-hmm. Good meditation this morning.
Yeah, and it was about balance.
Mm-hmm.
So Donna's going to...
Mine was balance in the body, which I'll come back to, and balance in the mind. Balance in the mind is keeping your mind flexible and open to all possibilities and awareness of as much as possible, because that leads to balance in the body, which you have to make a choice to do, so that you can move quickly in any direction you need to move in, and your response is automatic and solid, and you feel correct about it. So balance in the mind for balance in the body.
Yeah, so we're hit with so many things in our minds. We have, especially when many people try to meditate, they have what's termed as a monkey mind.
Yes.
And no insult to monkeys, but no, we have all these random thoughts that keep popping up, and almost as if it's a deliberate attempt to distract you from your goal of meditating. And meditating is just acquiring a peaceful mind where you're not really concerned with anything. You just have a sense of peace and beauty and bliss occasionally, if you can reach that state. But a balanced mind is a mind that you're able to control. And that's the key reason for meditation, is to take control of your mind, because we want to be in charge of our own minds.
Yes.
And become aware of the little misgivings we all have, and become aware of the habits of thinking that sometimes do not are not in our best interests, like acquiring some of the habits of mind of our parents and other people. That's giving your power away, for one thing, but adopting ideas that may or may not be true.
True.
So
that's a real problem area.
So balance is a very critical aspect of our development.
The peaceful mind is notice those moments where you are naturally at peace, and find a way to call them up so that they can come when you need them. The monkey mind occasionally has points. Occasionally you'll get a series of ideas, and it's focus this, and focus on this. And it's how those fit together. So step into observer and observe the monkey mind and see if there's anything valuable there. If there's nothing of value, move on to your more peaceful self, and it's a deliberate choice.
Yeah.
And that can also help. But again, the balance serves a lot of other purposes, to make good decisions and to be ready to move when you're needed to move.
Yeah. One of my stories in my book was about balance.
Oh, yes.
And it was, there's over 114 stories, but this one focused on balance. And it was when I was a little kid, and I think I was only about 7 or 8 years old, and it was a very powerful memory. And I was able to write about it in detail, because it was, like I say, such a powerful memory that stayed with me all these years.
Hey, come on, you have to tell them the story.
So anyway, I was in Minnesota, and that's the land of 10,000 lakes. And my sister brought us to this park. And where we were actually between two lakes that had a stream between them. And I was swimming in the stream, and I've always been a really good swimmer, and I swam underwater, and it was only about 5 feet deep, but the stream had a current which was fairly strong between the lakes, and I swam down to the bottom, very clear water, and had a fish right in front of my face. It wasn't even afraid of me. It just was swimming in one spot, and I kept up with it. And I had to kick my legs and move my arms just to stay even with the current. I wasn't moving forward, but I wasn't moving back, and neither was the fish, which was right in front of my face. And that was such a glorious feeling of balance, and it was balance with the stream, balance with the fish, balance with the environment, and it's such a marvelous experience. And
the detail is the fish wasn't having much trouble swimming against the
no,
current at all. Human
was,
had to work at it.
yeah, it was in its own environment, and just a few wags of its fins, and it was happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Donna drew a picture. She illustrated the book for me. I'll show you the picture.
Got to go a little closer. There you go.
There it is. If you can see.
There you go. Fish and human.
And it's called Between Two Lakes in Minnesota.
Show them the cover of the book.
Oh, here we go. The Water Chronicles. There's
The title's reversed, but it's pretty picture.
Okay, read it like that. Good luck. No, anyway, what was I going to say?
It's available on Amazon.
Yep.
And you can get a signed copy if you write the author.
Yeah, if you're living in New Zealand, because shipping is outrageous outside the country. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's a really beautiful experience that I'm glad to be able to share.
One of my favorite comments on your book was from a friend who had discovered that reading the book, since it's a collection of short stories, was really good for his kids.
Mm.
And he had them reading it, and he was reading it to them. And I went, oh, that's a surprising use of the book, because they're mainly spiritual insight stories.
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
something to check out if you made an interesting book to read.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, have a wonderful day.
Yep.
And find balance in your life.
Exactly. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Blessings upon you.
Blessings.